Health Impact.
Thank you. It's so great to be here.
So, what do you find unique about this particular event as opposed to the myriad of others that you also attend?
Yeah, there's certainly lots to choose from, but what I really appreciate about Health Impact is sort of the couchy living room feel to it. So it's not a bunch of people doing, death by PowerPoint, but it's more conversational and a lot of audience engagement. So I think that's probably the biggest differentiator and why I like Health Impact so much.
That's great. So, there are a lot of speakers during the day, a lot of these couch conversations. Was there one or two things that really jumped out?
Well, I liked, a couple of speakers talked a lot about entrepreneurship and that we need to approach our work with an entrepreneurship spirit. And so whether it's on the vendor side or the provider side, just taking a different look on how we do things and how we innovate. And we need to take on more of the style maybe of Silicon Valley than the traditional healthcare of the past.
Yeah, that's great. So, we really appreciate you keynoting at the end of the day. It was a very inspirational lecture as well as a discussion. And we talked to a number of the audience members, and they really appreciated it because at the end of the day, they needed to get a little juiced up. Can you give us just a quick 1 minute summary of what you said to the audience and what you think resonates most with people?
Yeah, it's really about extraordinary tales of a rather ordinary guy. And I think most of us, when it comes right down to it, are average, and I'm certainly average. But that doesn't mean that we can't have extraordinary experiences, life experiences. I've been very fortunate to have many different life experiences that are surreal. And people often ask me, well, how does that happen? How come you're so lucky? Or, were you born into a family that enabled all this? And the fact is that it's quite the contrary. I was not born into a special family. I was not born with special genetics. But if you live your life in a principle-centered way, even if you're average, above average results occur. And so my encouragement to people that attended this evening is really to live in a very deep way in their principles. And even if they're average like myself, extraordinary things will happen.
Yeah, so you don't usually hear CIOs talking about that. That's usually left for some motivational speakers. What have you found by speaking this way and living this way that you've done to your teams? Because you speak often about it's the people around you that take you higher and higher. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, well, I think oftentimes, especially from a technology point of view, we see challenges and we want to apply technology. And absolutely, technology is a great enabler, but it's not the answer. So I always focus on the people part of the equation, because if I get the people part right, I can do anything, even with mediocre technology. So I've worked in healthcare systems that didn't have a lot of money, so we had average technology, but we had above average accomplishments because we really worked on the team, and the team took things to the next level. Conversely, I know other people who've worked in organizations that have had all the money in the world and made amazing investments but had failures, and that's because they didn't look at the people part. At the end of the day, everything rises and falls on leadership.
Right. No, great point. Yes. Hopefully, we'll see you at another Health Impact event in the future.
I would be honored. I plan on being at one.
All right, great. Appreciate it.
All right, thank you.